Hey guys, Atlanta here. Welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the magazine-exclusive DX Televikun Wonder Ride book. Now, originally I wasn't going to pick this up because I don't really find much use for magazine exclusives that much anymore. But when I heard that this thing was going to be a DX quality, I sort of changed my mind about it, and then when I watched a couple videos on it when this thing released, I decided that I wanted it, and I just pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it while they were still open. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. But however, though, there is interesting qualities to this Wonder Ride book for the toy line and compatibility, which is another reason why I wanted to get it, because it actually has more compatibility than just your standard Wonder Ride book. Now, like I said before, I thought that this thing was actually going to be more of the candy toy style of Wonder Ride books, like with my King of Arthur book. But to my surprise and my dismay, there is this thing, which is an entirely DX quality. And this was actually used for the Hyper Battle League video, which I have not watched yet because the subs aren't out for it. But from what I understand is that Toma and Yuri need to obtain this Wonder Ride book from certain heroes that are depicted on the actual Wonder Ride book itself. But before we actually get to the cover image, this is our first Wonder Ride book that actually just has one base color for the rest of the book, and the front little cover here is just casted in a nice pearl white, which is our second white colored Wonder Ride book for a DX format, because the first one was Hoshikama Nengi, which was released for a China convention exclusive, and later a Kamen Rider store exclusive in Japan. But yeah, taking a look at the rest of the Wonder Ride book, it's cast in this nice red plastic, and for comparison, here it is with Brave Dragon. Here it is with Storm Eagle. And here it is with Sayu Journey. So as you can see, the shade of red is actually a lot lighter than Brave Dragon, but it's not as light red as Storm Eagle. So yeah, now that we got all of those out of the way, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the actual image. As you can see, we got Televikun in the Saber language, and here we have Hero right there. Well, technically I'm holding it sideways because the actual language is like that. And of course we have a Blade Man here, ex-swordsman, Professor Poop, I think, and these two characters here, and Superman in the background with a visor and a microphone headpiece right there. Opening up the book, you get your standard Saber text goodness, which nobody has translated yet to my knowledge, but hopefully somebody will point that out later. And right here we have nice magenta and purple like letters for Televikun. We have our little arm detailing here, which is essentially Psycho's armor, but with Blade Man's face right there. QR code for Butabagamba, and I don't know if this is like that with all the other Wonder Ride books, or for this copy, or if it's just mine that has this sort of little effect here, but it doesn't have anything except for probably this Y right here, so I don't know if that's like that with all of these Wonder Ride books, or if it's just my copy that has that little mark right there. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the sounds. Let's bring in the second sword driver and check out the sounds. Now, before we actually do get into the Televikun Wonder Ride form, before we insert Brave Dragon, I do want to establish the solo sounds that you get with this specific Wonder Ride book first. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get those out of the way. As you can see, it labels itself as Comic Rider because this technically is a comic, even though that it's a magazine, quote-unquote. And I don't know if this is picking up well on camera, but yeah, it was all like just pulsing all over the place for the most part. But yeah, you don't really get anything that substantially changes. I mean, this still labels it as a certain story when you scan it with the NFC chip right there. But for as it is right now, it's nice that it has a uniqueness when it's by itself with the sword driver. So now let's do this proper with Brave Dragon. As you can see, you just get your generic Wonder Rider sound. And honestly, it's a little bit nostalgic hearing that after months of getting the big books for the majority of the belt buckle here. But taking a closer look, though, at the actual image here, well, preferably the Televikun section there. As you can see, this is, like I mentioned, Saikyo's ex-Swordman arm form right there. As you can see, we get to the very comic style arm right there with the different colors and the whites with some highlights of pink and orange, pink and purple with some yellow highlights on the actual armaments to give it that sort of afterglow effect. And of course we actually do have the Blade Man face right there with the other armaments in his colors. And of course we also do have the other Televikun heroes all right there. As you can see, it's a very nice looking form as well. And taking a look at this with both of the forms right there, it's very nice little touch there. And yes, if you do Dragon Ego with this, you'll get Tokusatsu Monogatari. So yeah, now with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the sounds that this Wonder Bride book makes by itself and the final verdict. First up, I'm going to go Kurayami. And for fun, let's go ahead and scan it with the Mooman King Kill Move because it does have compatibility with this item as well. Now, like I stated earlier, this thing does have its own exclusivity when it comes to other Wonder Ride books, and especially with it being included with a Hyper Battle video, as well as this month's edition of Televikun. It honestly works. I mean, I'm glad that I invested in this item as well. It's a very interesting item, and it's a very strange one at that to have in my collection, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll find use for it some way. And there are more sounds to the comic rider, but unfortunately I do not have 3 copies of this on hand because, well, I mean, I'm not a completionist, unfortunately, but I don't know if they're still holding, having these items in stock, however, but like I said at the beginning of the video, I will include a link to Tokullectibles in the description below for you guys to check out this item as well as their other Saber items in stock as it stands right now. But other than that, though, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you liked this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more Saber content and other reviews, because I'm slowly getting back to doing these reviews as well. And for my next review, I'm going to be taking a break from doing Saber reviews because I've finally caught up with everything as it stands right now. So next review is going to be the DX Geared Ringer, and then after that review, I'm going to be doing the Howken Cross Saber. So stay tuned for that. But at any rate, thank you guys so much for watching, and this is Gozunga90, signing out. See you next time.